What's up? Guys, here we are back for another New York Rangers post-game video.
Yes.
And oh man, these post-game videos are very happy lately, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Great times going on here if you're a New York Rangers fan, and we'll just dive into this one here. Rangers and Flyers meeting up for the first time this season. Obviously, Flyers coming in here a little battered up.
Yeah, they were on a 6-game losing streak?
6-game losing streak here. Rangers coming in won 7 of their last
8.
8?
Yep, they were 1-7 out of the last 8.
8 of the last 9, 10 of the last 11, 12 of the last whatever. Who cares? Rangers are rolling. Rolling. You ever seen one of those old things? Rolling!
Oh, yes, the movie.
That's what the Rangers are doing
mill.
right now.
Yes.
They come in here, they face the Flyers. They jump all over them first period.
They did.
No fucking around here from the New York Rangers. They get a goal right off the bat here from Trouba. It was a power play goal. Flyers would take a penalty early. Jacob Trouba would wire one home from the blue line. When I say the blue line, I think he was maybe a foot off the blue line. A lot of traffic in front. Maybe, I thought it was deflected. It wasn't deflected. Seeing guys shot there. Carter Hart missed it, who was the goaltender for the Flyers. There we go. 1-0 there, Rangers. And they would continue the pressure. They would continue this onslaught here on the Flyers zone. And again, it was funny because there was a goal that was ruled offsides.
Yes, Reeves, wasn't it? Goal?
No, not offsides. There was one Hunt where he had just missed. He just missed. Drayden Hunt had just missed a goal.
Oh, that's right.
And then they would come back around, and who would set him up? Panarin over to Hunt. He would score the second goal. The second goal for the Rangers. So now here we are after the first period. 2-0 Rangers. We'll go into the second, and you can take that second if you want.
Okay. So the second, I think, right off the bat, they score a goal, right? And that was by, no, hang on. It was by Trouba. No, it was by Kreider.
Yes,
by Kreider.
Kreider,
yeah. So, yeah.
A great feed to Kreider. Kreider would bury it. He was like sliding around.
Yes, he went on the ice. It looked like he was having a good time. His stick was in the air. Great time. First, 4 minutes into the period, we're having fun. And then
there's a very questionable call here on Drayden Hunt, who had scored the second goal for the Rangers. I guess I didn't see the player he hit into for the Flyers, but they called it a charging call, and they called it a 5-minute major in a game misconduct. And the kid, who I think was a young kid, because all the injuries that the Flyers had, it might have been a call-up or something. I don't know who it was. He was bleeding from his eye.
It looked pretty bad. I mean, I don't think it was necessarily the right call, but it was definitely. I feel bad for the poor kid.
And we know Drayden Hunt. He's not a dirty player by any means. He might have been the same age as this kid, honestly, maybe a year or two older. He's 26. So they would call him for a 5-minute major. So it's like, oh, here the fuck we go. We just put up 3 goals here. Now there's 16 minutes, maybe 15 left in the second.
Yeah.
And we got to kill off this 5-minute major. Now, if anybody who doesn't really follow hockey, a 5-minute major consists of you can score as many goals as you want on that 5-minute power play. The clock will not stop on the power play if goals are scored. So if you have a really solid power play, you could put up 3-4 goals, maybe 2 to 3 realistically.
I forgot about that because I'm so used to minors where as soon as you score a goal, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah, so this was very scary.
And the Rangers, honestly, would kill it off with some absolutely great saves by Shesterkin.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, he had lost his stick
Yeah.
where a defenseman gave him his stick, so he's playing now with a defenseman stick, not his normal paddle stick here. And he continued to be solid. He killed. The Rangers were great on that penalty.
Oh,
kill.
yeah. Oh, my God.
That was kind of like the game turning. We would say this would be huge if the Rangers could kill this off and get out of here. I was even okay with them even giving up a goal because that's such a long time to be on the penalty. You have to think realistically. You might give up a goal. I mean, the Flyers still have good players. Van Riemsdyk, Giroux, Couture. They still got players. Kevin Hayes, former New York Ranger. They still got guys that can burn you on the first unit of the power play. Rangers would kill it off.
Yeah.
And then right after that, the Flyers would score.
Yeah. But it was a young kid that needed a goal or
Frost.
something, right? It was his 4th game, I think.
Yeah,
and
it's his fourth
and
game,
they
yeah.
showed him, and he was like shaking afterwards. I think it must have been like so much adrenaline going, so much going. And so that's what I was like, good for that kid. But that's the only goal that we're going to let him have. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was true. And that was it. That was the only goal we gave him. So I don't feel about that bad. Let the little Frost kid get his goal and feel good, and we'll still shut him down. So that was fine. But I think the Rangers were so burnt out after that 5-minute major of just protecting the goal that they were just burnt out at that point. And it was so far from the intermission period where they could get a big break. At this point, it's like about halfway through the period. It was like 9 or 10 minutes or something.
Exactly. And the tide would kind of turn after that penalty kill, which you think would be in the Rangers' favor.
Right.
And then, the Flyers would score the goal right after the Rangers killed the penalty by Frost. And then the Flyers kind of like found some kind of hope.
Yeah.
They must have found something. They found momentum. The ice started to tilt.
Yeah. You think it would be the other way because the Rangers killed off their whole penalty. But I think they were like, hey, the Rangers are exhausted. This is our time where we can get it.
Exactly, because as I was saying, like as far as the Rangers penalty kill is concerned, everybody, I would say almost 98% of every player on there, maybe the goalie and not the backup goalie, play on the PK. Mm-hmm. This is not one of those teams where like, oh, this guy doesn't play on the penalty kill. He only plays on the power play or 5-on-5. Oh, this guy doesn't play on this because he blah 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 blah. Now everybody on the Rangers will play on this penalty kill. That's how it is. You want to get time on the power play, you got to kill penalties, man. This is not you're so good, you play on the power play only. This is not like an Ovechkin situation or like a Connor McDavid. And again, I don't even know if Connor McDavid plays on the penalty kill for the Oilers. I don't know. This is just how this team operates. If you're on the penalty kill or you're on the power play, you're on the penalty kill for the Rangers. So, yeah, that could exhaust the team here for 5 minutes straight on the penalty kill. Yeah. But they got the job done. Frost gets a goal. So we move on here. And the Rangers were pretty much on their toes, I would say, for most of that second period. I think the shots were like 16, maybe 17 to like 7 or something in the second.
Something like that. It
wasn't great. But Igor weathered the storm here. He really did. And Carter Hart was in goal for the Flyers. So then we move into the third. And again, really just Rangers again pressuring after that. I think after that second period had ended, they had that locker room time to just be like, what the fuck is going on? Why did this happen?
Well, I really think they were really exhausted. I really think that zapped a lot out of them, and then having a whole intermission break, they're like, okay, we caught our breaths. Let's go back out there like we did in the first period. Yeah.
And they did go back out there. And they played very solidly. It was, obviously they didn't put up the numbers they put in the first, obviously, and they scored a goal in the second, but they would get an empty netter in the third.
Yeah.
And it was from the bread man over there. So they would ice this one off. Before the bread man goal, Fox took a bad penalty and 4:11 left with 3-1. And you give the Flyers a penalty or a power play with 4:11 to go, that changes the whole dynamic of the game.
Yeah.
If the Flyers were to score, I'm surprised the Flyers did not pull their goalie.
That's what you were saying, yeah.
Did not pull their goalie to make it a 6-on-4 with less than 4 minutes left. Even with the empty, I know the Rangers could shoot at the empty net. So, that's a chance you have to take. But they did not pull him until, the last 10 seconds of the power play.
It really was, the last 10. I'm like, what is even the point now? I mean, I guess because they were going to keep him out since at that point they were down to, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, something like that.
If you're down by 2...
I don't know why you
And this is also Elaine Vigneault, who used to coach the Rangers. I mean, who was the coach for the Flyers. If you're down by 2 with a power play, I would say you would pull the goalie down by 2, 4 minutes regardless, let alone having a man advantage. So they opted not to do that until the last 10 seconds. I don't fucking know why they did that. I'm glad they did because it's a bad move.
Yeah.
It was a bad move by Vigneault. It was a bad move
for us.
Great move for us, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Panarin would end up netting the empty netter to make it 4-1 Rangers.
Yeah.
And that's where we stand on that. I mean, just a great game. The Rangers were delayed playing against the Islanders the other day because of COVID. So, like, coming into this game, I was a little nervous about what the fuck was going to happen. Too much off time.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
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 I even said to you I was nervous about this.
Yeah.
Like,
You did.
I was like, it's too much off time. Just something like you don't like in hockey. You know, like football, whatever. Baseball, there is no off time. And hockey, you're in that, like, maybe there is too much or maybe there's not enough. You know, like that's the thing with hockey. You know,
Baseball, there's an all-star break. That's when it's too much
and that's
time
it.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but that's still too much time off. But I was nervous too because the Flyers had been on a losing streak and the Rangers were on a 3-game winning streak, 4-game, but they were doing so good that I was scared statistically. You have a team that's probably bound to win sometime soon. You have a team that's bound to lose sometime soon. But that didn't matter.
Yeah, that too. You're rolling into a team who statistically has lost enough games where maybe they could squeeze a win out.
Right.
And then you have the Rangers who are like, you need to beat this team.
Yeah.
You need to beat this team because you're better than this team.
Yeah. And they did.
And that's exactly what happened. You know, if you would ask me last year, even though I said I was skeptical on this game tonight, if you would ask me last year, I still would have been skeptical. That's how I am now. I'm kind of molding in here to what this Ranger team is now. This is a team that is fucking worthy. This is a team that fights. This is a team that doesn't give up. This is a team that's finding ways to score. This is a team that's killing huge penalties, 5-minute majors, first one of the year. I mean, I'm kind of on board here with Gallant. I'm way more on board here with Gallant than I was with Quinn. And I'm trusting the process, and I'm loving what I'm seeing here by the New York Rangers. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, it could be a heartbreak going into the season or the playoffs, or it could be something amazing here. I mean, this team, I feel like, has learned a lot, and we're only a quarter way through the season.
Did we talk about what's his name? They got hit in the face.
Oh, yeah, Goudreau took a puck right to the face.
Yeah, poor Goudreau. I couldn't remember
right
what it was.
to the face.
Terrible thing. You may not want to look at it. Like, viewer discretion advised on that.
It was a little rough to look at. It broke the visor, hit him right. It might have knocked the tooth out, too.
I hope he's okay. That's the only thing. I hope he'll
be ready for the next game. You want to know why? Because that's what hockey players do.
Yeah.
Now, if that was an NBA player or a football player, he'd probably be sitting in his bed and collecting a check for like the next 2 months. But this is hockey. You know, this is where grown men come to play. So.
Anything
else in?
No, it was a good game. It was a good game.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yes.
The support on the stream was great tonight.
We appreciate everybody. We really do.
Yes,
we really do.
And thank you for popping in, and we will catch you Friday. We'll do some West Coast action here. Sharks coming to MSG, 7 o'clock. We'll catch you guys later.
See you then.
Let's go, Rangers!
Let's go, Rangers!
Peace out, guys.
Bye.